What's up, friends, and welcome back to my channel. The Big Island is a remote and magical place. From the southernmost point where the sand beaches are green to the snow-capped peaks of Mauna Kea, this island has a little slice of it all, from lush rainforests to active volcanoes. And with this unique terrain comes a ton of biodiversity. The Big Island is home to thousands of native plant and animal species, many of which are not found anywhere else in the world. Needless to say, Hawaii is so much more than just pineapple and coconut trees, although those are pretty damn good too. There's a whole world of these secret herbal gems that I had never heard of, and I can't wait to share them with you. So in this video, I'll be sharing my top 5 favorite supplements for skin, digestion, and mood, all sourced right here on the Big Island. But first, if you're new here, welcome. My mission is to help you achieve success without sacrificing your health or happiness. I do product reviews weekly, so if you're into this, click that subscribe button and join the Type A tribe. So let's begin with this antioxidant-rich plant known as the universal tonic. This is Mamaki, a member of the nettle family that typically grows in a wet environment and can grow as small as a shrub or as big as a tree. The leaves are then dried and turned into an herbal tea, which is the way most islanders consume Mamaki these days, and is how I first got introduced to the plant. But back in the day, they actually used the berries to help treat things like sores, wounds, and even thrush. So what is Mamaki good for? And the short answer is a lot. Digestion, mood, fatigue, metabolism, the list goes on. In fact, a recent study from the University of Hawaii found the Mamaki plant to be a pretty potent antioxidant containing 3 major polyphenols, including catechins, chlorogenic acid, and rutin. And of course, if you want to learn more about this, I'll include a link to the 52-page study in the show notes below. So taking these rich antioxidant properties into account, Mamaki tea has become an island staple to potentially help with things like lowering blood pressure, aiding in digestion and IBS, and elevating mood. Now, anecdotally, I have been drinking my fair share of Mamaki tea in the past few weeks, and I could say, yeah, I feel somewhat of a slight mood lift in the afternoon. Of course, it's nothing like coffee because it is caffeine-free, but it is a really nice afternoon alternative. And there is this amazing Big Island company called Shaka Tea. They make a fantastic sugar-free Mamaki tea with natural herbal flavors and monk fruit. This thing is so good, I probably plow through 2 to 3 a day. So if you guys want to go and check them out, they're made right here in Hilo, and I will include a link to that in the show notes below. The stuff is delicious. Moving on to another plant that is a triple whammy when it comes to the whole antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antifungal thing, and that is noni. Now, full warning, even though the noni fruit is technically related to the coffee family, noni is not for the faint of heart. If you ever do encounter one in real life, do not pluck it and eat it off the tree. Trust me, you will never get that taste out of your mouth. Although a local farmer told me you can actually use them on open wounds to help speed up healing. Although thankfully, I've not had to try that one just yet. So here on the island, you'll spot noni trees pretty much everywhere you go. In fact, we have one growing in our own backyard here in Kona. But this company, Puna Noni, actually sources their fruit from a very specific part of the island on the east side called Puna, where it grows on volcanic soil. After harvest, the whole fruit is then packed into tanks and left to ferment for 2 to 3 months before being pressed, pasteurized, and then bottled. So noni juice, despite being an acquired taste, actually has a whole host of purported anti-inflammatory benefits, including improved joint health, increased physical endurance, and overall improvements in bone, gum, and gut health. And this is all coming directly from a PubMed article, which I will link in the show notes below. Now, that being said, there definitely needs to be some more human clinical trials on the benefits of noni, but people here on the island swear by it for its healing properties. Next up is turmeric, or turmeric, affectionately known as poor man's saffron. It's actually called Olena here on the Big Island. And many of you are probably already familiar with this bright orange root that's really become the anti-inflammatory darling in the past few years. But unbeknownst to me, until chatting with locals, is that there are a ton of different varieties of turmeric right here on the Big Island, ranging from mango ginger to Hawaiian red, BKK BKK, the list goes on. Now, the company I've been sourcing from is called Hawaiian Wellness, and they use the BKK kind. It's run by herbalist mastermind Dr. Randall Rupar. And I've got to say, Randall is a humble legend here. You can't step foot into a health food store or even a farmer's market without someone knowing his name. Now, the reason he uses organic BKK specifically is because it contains a higher percentage of curcumin, which is actually the active potent ingredient in turmeric compared to other varieties. And because of its antioxidant properties, curcumin has been widely studied to help with a number of anti-inflammatory conditions, including arthritis, metabolic syndrome, digestive health, and even skin health. So what makes this turmeric so special? And I gotta say, it really comes down to blending. Randall combines the concentrated essential oils with the floral waters of the turmeric to make a blend that is pretty bioavailable and also doesn't stain because it is a clear liquid. Now, I've been going through this bottle using some of it on my skin and even under my tongue to help with things like muscle soreness and even stomach cramps, which is probably due to all the poke we've been eating. But I've got to say, I think it's actually helping. And so if you want to go check out Hawaiian Wellness and give Randall some love, links are in the show notes below. And finally, we come to two of the best kept skin secrets on the Big Island, and that is kukui nut oil and Kigelia extract. And we'll start with the kukui nut. Also known as the candlenut tree, you'll see these all over the island. After all, it is the official state tree of Hawaii. But it's really in the kukui nuts themselves where the medicinal magic lies. The seeds are harvested and then cold pressed into what becomes this gold colored oil that contains omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids and works like a super moisturizer for the skin. From wrinkle reduction to acne scars, sunburn, and even eczema, the list of potential benefits from kukui nut oil is massive. And some people on the island even call it the miracle oil. Now, the oil I have comes from Aloha Therapy, which is a small family-run business that sources their kukui nuts right here on the Big Island. Now, what I like most about this oil is that it has a mild, nutty fragrance and it's easily absorbed into the skin without feeling greasy. So right now, I'm using it primarily as a nightly moisturizer for my face and my scalp, but I'm keeping it pretty close just in case I need it for a sunburn. Now, the other amazing skin product I found comes from the Kigelia africana, or the sausage tree. And just one look at these 15-pound seeds hanging from this tree, and you can quickly understand where the tree gets its name. The fruit extract from these seeds contain a whole host of phytochemicals, including fatty acids and flavonoids, making it a really great product for skin firming and rejuvenation. In fact, one of the employees at my local health food store called this serum a facelift in a bottle, which was just enough to convince me to buy one. And as you'll see, it comes out as a light brown mist and is meant to be worn on the skin, either under moisturizer or makeup. So I've been using it on my face pretty much every morning for the past week, so it's hard to say just how much firming it's done, but I can definitely tell you it leaves you with a pretty nice Hawaiian glow. And in addition to its cosmetic benefits, Kigelia extract also has a ton of antimicrobial and antifungal properties, making it a great potential candidate for helping treat things like acne, sunburn, psoriasis, eczema, the list goes on. And of course, if you want to learn more about this amazing family-run business or any of the other Big Island local products I mentioned in this video, you can find all of those links and all of the educational resources I've included in the show notes below. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned something, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell and select all so you get notified each week when I drop a new video. And until then, I cannot wait to catch you right here on the Big Island, aka my new home. And I will see you all on the next one.